Hello everyone, welcome back to Black Moon Coven. So today we're going to be talking about books, and more importantly, we're going to be talking about specific books that I personally reference. These are my top 5 books that kind of make up my practice. So these books I keep right underneath my altar because, like I said, I reference them on a daily basis. So the first book I want to talk about is, of course, Folk Witchcraft by Roger J. Horne. We talk about this book constantly on my channel. It's a great book. I got it off of Amazon, pretty cheap, about $11. Changed my whole practice completely, especially regarding spirit work. The way the author describes spirit work and working with familiar spirits and land spirits and all this different stuff is just so simple and so personal and so like down to earth and just folk magic basis that it really changed my practice for the better. And I really encourage any witch out there who is into folk magic and wants to do spirit work and that type, definitely check out this book, Folk Witchcraft by Roger J. Horne. It's an amazing little book, and it comes with some charms and things at the end, and it's just such a great book. A really fast and easy read as well. I read it in like a day, and I'm going to be reading it again just because I like to reread this book. Plus, it's also filled with cute little pictures. So this book is amazing, changed my practice as regarding to spirit work and things like that. So definitely a great book to have in your library, especially if you are a folk witch or into traditional magic. Next book I want to talk about is, of course, Slavic Witchcraft by Natasha Helvin. This book, amazing. First of all, Slavic Witchcraft, there's really not many books out there that are in English that are really credible. A lot of Slavic Witchcraft books are, printed in their native language, so a lot of Polish, Russian, whatever. And, for me, I do read some Polish, but it's rusty, very rusty. So this was a godsend. I love this book. It's amazing. It's filled with like old world conjure spells. And you don't have to be a Slavic witch to appreciate this book because she only goes through Slavic stuff for the first like 30 pages. The rest of it is all spell work. So it's like 98% spell work, and it's amazing spells, like old world type of conjure and magic. And the last section of this book deals with cemetery workings, which I think is very important for any witch that wants to work with spirits, work in the cemetery and that stuff. So if you don't even like the spells, just get it for that purpose. Again, on Amazon, great deal. She's also having another book come out this October, which I'm so excited to get. It's Russian Black Magic, which I will be getting, and I will be doing a full review on this channel. So again, Slavic Witchcraft by Natasha Helvin. Great book, amazing. And again, you don't have to be a Slavic witch to appreciate the book itself. Now, not only are there awesome spells, but there are curses in this book as well. So if you are against that, don't buy the book, or maybe just skim through that part. But I think it's refreshing to see that there are curses alongside with other spells. Usually you have to buy a separate book for the curses and another book for spell work, but I think it's refreshing to see them all in one book because that is traditional magic. So the next book I want to talk about is Backwoods Witchcraft by Jake Richards. This book, amazing. It's so personal, and the way he wrote it really shares his personal practice, his family traditions. Of course, it's folk magic from Appalachia. I'm not from there, obviously. However, you can still get a lot of great information from this book, and just the way he goes about it is just amazing. He touches on everything: spirit work, ancestral work, animals, herbology, all these different things, and it's just a great book. At the end, there are some references as far as spell work, herbology, different stuff. So definitely a great book to find, especially if you are into folk magic and old conjure and stuff like that. So definitely a great book. The author really goes great into detail about describing his practices, and he made it so personal that I felt like I was looking into his personal practice, which I found was very special. Backwoods Witchcraft by Jake Richards. A great book. You could also get it on Amazon. I think most of these books are from Amazon. The other book is Besim, Stang, and Sword. So this book is great. It separates itself from all the other traditional books that I have read. And it's by two authors, Christopher Orapello and Tara Love McGuire. Sorry if I pronounced your names wrong. I really, really love the book, and it's an amazing, amazing addition. So I'm only halfway through this book, but I can tell you already that it separates itself from even the traditional books. So this book has no mention of Wicca, Threefold Law, or anything like that that you'll find in other books. This is purely traditional magic. So there are curses in here, there are spell work, there is necromancy, familiar magic, all these different things that are traditional magic that is just really refreshing to get a book like that. And it's a pretty big book. And I was really surprised by the amount of information just in the first beginning chapter. And I also like that after all the, I'm trying to find something, after all of the chapters, there are little exercises. So once you read the chapter, you get to absorb it and you get to exercise the practice that was just taught. Also, I do like the fact that there are not typical things that you would find in other books. For example, they have a whole section in here about egg divination. How cool is that? Or familiar magic, necromancy, hedge witchery. That is something that not a lot of books that will include. Most of it's like separate books, and this book has it all in one place. So, Besim Stangen Sword by Christopher Orapello and Tara Love McGuire. I truly apologize. So, definitely on Amazon for a very, very good price. Support your local witchy authors. Definitely get that. Now, the last book I want to talk about is not really like a traditional magic book, but it does help my practice a lot, just with the curiosity as well. So, this book is basically a compilation of all old world grimoires. So back in the day, even before this is a translated version. This is the newest translated version. But this book, the Magus, is actually a compilation of old ancient grimoires put together for one book, so then readers could have them all in one place, and it's kind of easier to read. Now, the translated version is a lot easier to decipher than the old ancient grimoires. That's kind of a hobby of mine, to read old ancient texts, and I find it very difficult. However, this book makes it super easy. I found this at the half-price bookstore for like $5, and I'm sure you can get it off of Amazon or Barnes & Noble or any of the other book places, but that's the Magus by F. Barrett, and this is the translator, 1801. So this book is really great just because of the curiosity and the ancientness factor, and yeah, it goes through a whole bunch of ancient type of magic that is specifically mentioned in different grimoires, and I think that makes a great addition to any bookshelf or anything. So those are all of my books that basically, these books make up my practice. These books are my references. These books make up my practice in general. I also have a bunch of magical history books, and I was thinking of doing a list like that, so comment below if you are interested in magical history, because I have a whole bunch of different books like that, so I could talk you through some of the books that I like. Also, these books, you could probably get all of the PDF versions on Google Play or whatever phone you have. However, I do like the book version just because I'm a traditionalist and I like to write notes and highlight things and all that stuff. So definitely get yourself a copy of any one of these and you will be totally happy. Money well spent. Every penny that I've spent on these books, I will not regret. So that is basically it for our book talking video this morning. Join the coven and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Follow me on all my social media down below. And if you have any other books you want me to buy and review, please comment down that below as well. And yeah, until next time, have a beautiful rest of your day.